Morning. Morning Wednesday, morning hump day. Yes, we've got here already. It just gets here so quickly. And a nice day again. And let's hope today it's not hit miss, hit miss, hit miss with the rain and the sunshine. Didn't even see a rainbow. Rubbish. Anyway, we move on. There's been lots going on, and I'll touch on the stuff that we put on what's coming up and events coming up in June, because there's so many. So we'll touch on that at the end. But if Rob Burrow and Kevin Sinfield did not touch your heart, you don't even have to understand sport or any sport. You just have to understand the compassion of team players, whether they're playing or they're not. And I've seen it so many times on social media. It's got to be at least 50 now, where Kevin, the team, had ran the marathon, and it was a very successful marathon for their first marathon for Rob Burrow for MND, which was fabulous. And the fact that he just got him over them a little bit at the end and carried him and then kissed him. Just emotions, there's so many reasons for that emotion, and who does not want a friend like him? So listen to me, Mr. King Charles III, whoever it is with the sword, knight these people, knight them. They've done so much for MND, not only just raising awareness and money, but just what it's created in Leeds and across the UK. So these people definitely need to be knighted. So, you know, when you rank your next list, get them on the list at the top, please. Thank you very much. What's coming up then? Because there's lots, before we touch on that, actually, there's a few what's, as I called, word on the street, which means there's word on the street. Not all the facts will be true, just word on the street. So it might be the window cleaner to the milkman to the person in the shop to somebody else, and then some kind of gossipy pages that then gets thrown about, and actually what was going on and what is actually happening. Two different things. So I call it word on the street. And the word is that Andy from the Newmarket is looking to retire. How true that is, I don't know. Therefore, what happens to Saffron? So that's the question at the minute. And I've got my feelers out asking the questions. And should I know the facts, I will let you know. And also the to let sign has gone up at Dorothy Ann's. Does it mean the Golden Arch is coming? Stop the panic. But if you don't know already, the landlords are Enhanced Dental. And I know they will be very, very mindful as to who they let that out to. It's a huge space. It's a massive space. I noticed yesterday there was decorating going on upstairs. So whether they're doing it as two separate entities and letting it out, or letting it out as one block, I don't know. Again, I could put the feelers out there and find out. But somebody will snap it up quickly. It will depend what it is, because it's quite close to a residential area, and I know that if it's something that they don't want, then words will be said and discussed, and things will be put into planning. What is being put into planning this week is obviously the bit of a controversial request for extra licensing, or extended licensing for budgeons, as well as their refreshment offerings till 5 o'clock in the morning from 11 o'clock. I know there is going to be, I don't know if it's classed as a court hearing. I don't think it is, but it's where there's lots of business people that decide whether, and the Leeds City Council decide whether this application is suitable or not for it. It's not suitable. So I know a few people that are going, so hopefully we'll find out this week as to whether that comes off or not, and if anybody's sensible. But generally what we do find out is people that make these decisions don't live in Garforth, or they might just visit it for 10 minutes and go, yeah, that's fine. So fingers crossed that doesn't go ahead. I'm all for expansion of things, but it's got to be sensible, hasn't it, really? So coming up, we've got, there was something just released today about the Garforth and Bloom Summer Fair, which is brilliant. The Summer Fair is always really, really good for Garforth and Bloom, and you're supporting something massive, so we'll keep pushing that. That's on the 12th of June. Donna, the lovely Donna from On Fitness, has just released that there's coming soon on Sit and Get Fit. So for all your friends, and it's not closed to anybody, it's just somebody who you feel would benefit from exercise being seated. So it's not for necessarily anybody older. It's just that if you think that somebody you know or yourself, if you would find exercise better sat down, and you're still moving and you're still moving their muscles and their legs, but seating is preferable for you, then Donna is going to be running this class on a Wednesday, date to be released, and it's going to be at the Working Men's Club. So not only is it easy to park, but afterwards you can have a beer or a cup of coffee too. Bonus. So it becomes a bit of a social event afterwards. So you know, I suppose it would, looking at the class is suitable for anyone who would benefit physically and mentally from a seated exercise class. This class focuses on exercise that helps to improve strength, mobility and confidence. It is sociable, fun and will boost your happy hormones. That's what we like. That's what we like. So other stuff coming on. If you've not seen the lovely Amy and Angela's one of our local artists, and Amy runs Hawthorne Wellbeing in Leeds. They are coming together and every Friday, and I keep sharing it, so look at our socials, every Friday they will not find a tree, they will have already had these trees planned as to where they're going to meet every Friday, and it's more of a lovely gathering. I hope they name the trees like Fred, Bob, Jack, Sue, Brenda. I mean, they won't. But it's every Friday morning in May and June. We'll be meeting at a different tree in Garforth. We'll be taking a moment of mindfulness and calm and connect us with the tree, and then sketching and learning about each tree together. So whether it's a chestnut or silver birch or whatever it is, and I'm not very good with my trees. Rowan, I know, wisteria, is that a tree? I'm not sure. I know that when I've been buying flowers at the garden centre and peas and peckfields and Lumbee, excuse me, and the greengrocers, is that I look for, one, does that fit in a pot? Because I don't have any major grass outside to put stuff in. Does it trail or does it grow high? Because that depends on the pot. And do I like the look of it and the colour of it? I don't have time for a tab to find out or know or learn names of flowers. I just don't have time. So I just look at ones that I like and then I pick from there. And if I know the name of it, like a hosta, woo me, go me. How grateful. So this thing with the trees is a beautiful thing. And you will, unlike me, learn quite a few things. Obviously coming up on Thursday, 8th of June, not so far away, Garforth Community Library hosting one of our local authors called Peter Brown about how the Working Men's Club was shaped in Britain. It's actually going to be quite fascinating. I do personally think that the word Working Men's Club needs to be shifted out. It's a bit archaic. It could be changed out to something else to bring things up with the times, but it would all equally be interesting as to, you know, what happened in history as to why this actually helped quite a lot of people. So it might be interesting. It's at 7 o'clock on Thursday the 8th of June. And then I came across this wonderful thing at Manston Park in Crossgates, summer bands in Leeds. So there's going to be, it's free from 2:30 till 4:30, Sunday the 11th of June, which is Leeds Concert Band, and Sunday the 2nd of July, a Stroke of Genius big band, which is brilliant. And they're really good. So if you've never been, or if you have been to Wetherby, on the front there where the river is, from usually the 1st of July to the end of August, every Sunday they have a different band from West Yorkshire, and it's fab, fish and chips, and you know, listen to the band for a couple of hours, and they're fabulous, and it's wonderful. So this, I think, will be a very similar thing. The park's massive and it's free, so it'll be a really nice thing to do. If the weather's good, take your picnic, listen to a beautiful brass band. Obviously the lovely Gin Shack is running a gin festival at South Milford on Saturday 17th of June, and you can get tickets. Again, these are all on the blog with lots of links, so it's really easy for you to find tickets. But every time there's something that's coming up that's really good and you can buy tickets, we'll keep pushing on all the social medias, but you'll find it on the blog and you'll find it on themaindeal.co.uk. So don't miss out, don't be a FOMO. Quite an important thing happening today, well this week actually. Again, I've been pushing it massively because Incredible Edibles Garforth, that started off with Dan Robinson and has grown massively over the last couple of years. So all them lovely big flower beds that you've seen and the growing beautiful veg that you can pick when everything's ready, they're now being picked and chosen with so much effort gone in by the People's Project, and they've created a little video and it's beautiful. And the video is some of the volunteers from Garforth and some from South Milford to give you an idea about what they're doing and where they want to grow. And the People's Project, there's 5 candidates that are going to be in that pot to win £70,000. And if Dan and the team and all the teams can get together with Incredible Edible Leeds, he can just get leads all growing, and it's huge. So tonight they're on ITV. There's Dan and Phil. Phil also is one of our team members for Feastival, and that's at 6 o'clock on the Calendar News. So watch it. Better Garforth's on the television and they're doing amazing things. So back it, and you can vote. And if you vote, you could be part of that reason why they win £70,000 to expand and grow. So please do watch it. Leaving on interesting facts. You know when you buy something new, like a suit or a jacket or something like that, and it comes with, or a blazer, and it comes with a little piece of material. I never really knew what that was for. I thought it was, and it might be being blonde, but I always thought that that was to, if you got a patch and you, or a bit of scrape or something, you get a piece of material, and it's not, because nobody do that anyway, but it's actually to wash it, to see what wash is better for that item of clothes, so you get a little piece of fabric to see what it's like under the wash. Didn't know that? You're welcome. Also, a little local interesting fact, Lee and Louise and Chloe that run the lovely greengrocers on Main Street, second name is Garforth. It is. Ask them. I did once and they had to prove it with a utility bill. Have a beautiful day.